Chosen one, take a moment now to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and truly feel the weight of this truth. Everything in your life is unfolding in perfect timing. There is a rhythm to the universe, a divine cadence that is at work, and you are invited to align with it. So often we find ourselves caught in the rush of daily life, always moving, always striving, always chasing after what feels like the next big thing. But in this pursuit, we can lose sight of something vital, the understanding that God's timing is the key to peace. You are not in control of time, chosen one. There is a pace that has been set for you, one that is divinely ordained. And when you learn to walk in sync with it, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. You do not have to force things to happen or try to speed up what is unfolding. Trust that just as the seasons change in their perfect time, so too will your life unfold according to God's will. Everything is happening exactly as it should, and it is your job to trust in this divine rhythm. But how do you align with this timing? How do you let go of your need for control and embrace the pace of heaven? The answer lies in surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to fate. It means opening your heart to the understanding that God knows better than you ever could. When you surrender your need to rush, to push, to make things happen on your timeline, you make room for the divine to move in your life. You release your grasp on time and step into the flow of God's will. In this moment, chosen one, I encourage you to let go of the tension you may be holding in your body. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and soften your heart. Feel the weight of expectation lifting as you allow yourself to be still. It is in stillness that you will hear God's voice most clearly. It is in stillness that you will find clarity. And it is in stillness that you will discover the peace that only comes from aligning with His timing. Think about the world around you, chosen one. The trees don't hurry to grow, nor does the sun rush to set. The stars follow their courses in the sky with no hurry, no panic, no striving. Nature follows its perfect rhythm, and you too are part of that divine design. When you begin to align with God's timing, you will notice a deep sense of peace. The pressure to control the outcome of your life fades away, and you can begin to trust that everything is happening at exactly the right time. You might be wondering, chosen one, how this relates to your current circumstances. Perhaps you've been waiting for something, waiting for a breakthrough, for answers, for clarity in your life. You may feel as though time is slipping away or that things aren't moving quickly enough. But I want you to hear this clearly. Just because things aren't happening according to your timeline doesn't mean they are not happening. Everything has a season. God's timing is perfect even when it doesn't align with your own. And when you trust that, you open yourself up to a level of peace and fulfillment that can only come from surrender. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Trust that the waiting is not wasted. Even now, as you sit and read these words, God is moving in your life. He is positioning you, preparing you, and aligning things for the future that is already in motion. The waiting may feel like a pause, but in reality, it is the preparation for the next season. It is a time for you to grow, to become stronger, to deepen your faith, and to learn to trust in God's process. In those moments when you feel impatient or uncertain, remember God's timing is not bound by your clock. It is not governed by the pressures of the world or by your own expectations. It is perfect, it is holy, it is sovereign. And when you align yourself with it, you experience peace in ways you never thought possible. Now, chosen one, I invite you to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you feel the pressure to hurry? Are there moments when you feel as though things aren't moving fast enough, or you're not where you thought you'd be? Take a moment now to release those thoughts, to let go of the need to rush and to trust that God is leading you exactly where you need to go. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding according to God's perfect plan. This moment is an invitation to trust God's timing. It's an invitation to release the need to control, to stop striving, and to surrender to the peace that comes from walking in step with heaven's pace. You are not alone in this journey, chosen one. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, preparing you, and leading you into the future He has already planned for you. All you have to do is trust. If this resonates with you, if you feel called to surrender more fully to God's timing, I invite you to join me on this journey. Subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications so we can continue to walk this path of divine alignment together. Your journey of peace begins now, chosen one, and you are not walking alone. Together we will embrace the rhythm of heaven's pace and trust that everything is unfolding just as it should. Chosen one, there will be moments on this journey where waiting feels like an endless struggle. The challenge of waiting, of trusting when everything seems uncertain, can test your faith. It can be frustrating, and at times it may feel as though nothing is happening, despite your prayers, your hopes, your efforts. But I am here to remind you, chosen one, that these moments are not a sign of failure, nor are they wasted time. Instead, they are opportunities for your soul to grow in patience, trust, and alignment with God's perfect timing. Waiting is one of the most powerful spiritual practices you can engage in. It may not seem like it on the surface, but in the stillness of waiting, your faith is being refined. You are learning to let go of your own expectations and surrender to a pace that is divinely orchestrated. And in this surrender, you are being transformed. The struggle of waiting isn't about forcing things to happen. It's about embracing the process, even when it's uncomfortable. We live in a world that values instant gratification. We are taught that the faster we move, the more we accomplish, and the sooner we achieve our goals, the better. But the truth is that God's timing does not always operate within these human constraints. His timing is perfect, and while it may not be fast by the world's standards, it is always exactly right for your life. The struggle of waiting, then, is not about impatience. It's about learning to trust that God's timing is better than your own, and that in every season of waiting, you are being prepared for something far greater than you could have imagined. Think about it for a moment, chosen one. How many times have you rushed through life only to look back and wish you had taken your time? Maybe you've hurried through decisions or pushed yourself toward goals that in hindsight weren't as fulfilling as you thought they would be. God's timing, on the other hand, works not only for the present, but also for the future. His timing is a gift that aligns you with your deepest purpose and prepares you to walk in your destiny without rushing ahead or falling behind. It's in the waiting that you discover the depths of your trust. When you can't see the road ahead, when the answers aren't coming as quickly as you'd like, that is when you must rely fully on God's provision and wisdom. You are learning to walk by faith, not by sight. And that is the essence of divine alignment, learning to trust God even when you can't yet see the outcome. The temptation during times of waiting is to take matters into your own hands. The world around you may push you to act, to make things happen faster, to demand results. But in God's kingdom, waiting is not passive. It is a time of preparation, of building inner strength, and of waiting for the right moment to act. The key is not in rushing, but in trusting that when the time comes, you will know exactly what to do. God's plan is unfolding in your life, even in the waiting. He is at work behind the scenes, preparing the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances to align with your purpose. And while you wait, He is preparing you, molding you into the person you need to be to step into the fullness of your calling. The struggle you face in this season is not a sign that you're off track, but a reminder that you are exactly where you need to be. There is a profound beauty in waiting. It is in the waiting that you learn the true nature of God's provision. When you stop striving and begin to trust in His timing, you begin to experience a peace that cannot be found in the rush of everyday life. The waiting becomes a time for reflection, for deepening your relationship with God, and for allowing Him to work in you in ways that you may not yet understand. You might be wondering, chosen one, what to do during these times of waiting. How can you stay patient, calm, and trusting when you are uncertain of what's to come? The answer is simple: stay present. Surrender your need for control and focus on the moment in front of you. Use this time to grow spiritually. Deepen your prayer life. Reflect on the blessings in your life and cultivate gratitude. Instead of focusing on what isn't happening, shift your attention to the small, everyday blessings that God is providing. Each breath you take, each step you make, is a part of His divine timing. And when you learn to stay present in the waiting, you will see that God is working even in the smallest details. During this time of waiting, remember, chosen one, that God sees the whole picture. While you can only see the present moment, He sees the beginning and the end, and He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. His timing is not only perfect, but it is also tailored specifically to your needs, your growth, and your ultimate purpose. So when the struggle of waiting seems overwhelming, take a deep breath and remind yourself, God's timing is never early, never late, always perfect. The waiting isn't an interruption to your life's journey. It is part of the divine process that is aligning you with your purpose. Every moment you spend waiting is a moment you are being shaped, strengthened, and prepared for what is to come. Embrace the waiting, chosen one. Trust that every moment is leading you to something greater and that God is with you every step of the way. When the time is right, everything will fall into place, and you will see how every delay, every challenge, and every moment of waiting was part of His perfect plan for you. Chosen one, there is a profound beauty in the stillness that comes with waiting, but it can be so hard to embrace. In a world that never seems to stop, where distractions and noise fill every space, the art of stillness can feel unnatural. Yet this is precisely where God invites you to listen to His voice, to feel His presence, and to align with His divine purpose for your life. You might be wondering, chosen one, why stillness is so important in the grand design of your journey. Why does God ask you to be still when the world is moving so fast? The answer is simple. In stillness, you can hear God more clearly. You can tune out the noise of the world and open your heart to His whispers. The stillness allows you to reset, to recalibrate, and to remember that your purpose is not defined by the rush of life, but by the rhythm of God's plan. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Feel the air fill your lungs. Let it expand your chest and calm your spirit. Now exhale slowly. Let go of the tension you've been holding in your body. Feel the release in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your hands. Allow this simple act of breathing to remind you that you are not alone in this moment. God is with you. He is here in the quiet spaces, waiting for you to settle into His presence. The challenge of stillness is not just about physical quiet, chosen one. It is about the quieting of your mind, your thoughts, and your desires. It's about releasing the need for constant movement, constant thinking, and constant doing. It's about being present, being open to whatever God wants to show you in the moment. This stillness is a holy space where you can receive divine guidance, where your soul can be replenished, and where your heart can align with heaven's pace. Think for a moment about the times in your life when you felt truly still. Perhaps it was in a moment of deep prayer when your heart felt connected to God in a way that words couldn't capture. Or maybe it was in nature, surrounded by the quiet beauty of creation, where the only sound was the whisper of the wind or the rustle of leaves. These moments, though fleeting, are powerful. They are sacred moments when God's presence is palpable, when His voice can be heard clearly, and when your heart can align fully with His will. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can be easy to forget the power of stillness. You may feel the pressure to be constantly productive, constantly moving, constantly achieving. But I want you to remember, chosen one, that God does not measure your worth by your output. He measures it by your heart. And when you create space to be still, you open yourself to the fullness of His love and guidance. Stillness is not a void. It is a space of deep connection. When you choose to embrace stillness, you are inviting God to work in your life in ways that go beyond your understanding. It is in these quiet moments that He fills your spirit with peace, clarity, and direction. And it is in these moments that you can hear His whispers guiding you toward the next step in your journey. So how can you cultivate this stillness, chosen one? How can you find peace in a world that never seems to stop? It begins with intentionality. Set aside time each day to quiet your mind and heart. This might look like sitting in a quiet space and focusing on your breath, or it might mean taking a walk in nature, allowing the world around you to bring you into a state of calm. It could also mean setting aside time to pray, to listen, to be open to what God wants to say to you. In the stillness, remember that you are not simply waiting for something to happen. You are waiting in the presence of God, who is always at work in your life, even when you cannot see it. Each moment of stillness is a moment of deep connection with the divine. And in that connection, you will find the peace that surpasses all understanding. The world may be rushing around you, but in these sacred moments, you are anchored in the presence of God. One of the greatest gifts of stillness is the ability to hear God's voice more clearly. In the quiet, you are better able to discern His guidance. You can feel His presence more fully, and you begin to trust that His plan for your life is unfolding step by step in perfect alignment with His will. The more you practice stillness, the more you will recognize the subtle ways that God is working in your life, guiding you, comforting you, and leading you closer to your purpose. I know, chosen one, that stillness can be uncomfortable at times. The world around you may push you to do more, to be more, to rush. But I invite you to embrace the stillness. Trust that in these moments, God is preparing you for what's next. He is working in you, shaping you, and aligning your heart with His. The peace you seek is already within you, waiting to be discovered in the quiet moments of your life. As you continue on this journey, let stillness become a regular practice. Create space in your life for God's presence and allow Him to speak to you in the quiet. Trust that as you align with His timing, as you embrace His pace, you will find the peace that you seek. And in that peace, you will discover a deeper connection to your purpose, a stronger sense of clarity, and a greater understanding of the divine plan unfolding in your life. Chosen one, as you move deeper into divine alignment, there is one essential truth that must be embraced: trust in God's process. Trusting in His timing is not always easy, especially when the path ahead seems unclear or when the challenges you face feel insurmountable. But it is in the midst of these moments of uncertainty that your faith can grow stronger and your trust in God's perfect plan can deepen. Trusting God's process means surrendering your will and desires to Him, knowing that He knows the best way forward for your life. You see, chosen one, God's process is never rushed. It is a process of refinement, growth, and preparation. Just as a sculptor takes time to shape a masterpiece, God is carefully crafting you into the person He has called you to be. The struggles, the setbacks, and the delays you experience are all part of the process. They are not obstacles to your success, but stepping stones toward your destiny. In moments when life feels like it's not moving fast enough, when you're unsure of what's next or why things are happening the way they are, remember this: God's timing is never early and never late. It is always perfect. And even when you can't see the bigger picture, trust that He is at work behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life for your ultimate good. Trusting in God's process means believing that He is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for what's to come. The challenge of trusting God's process is letting go of your need for control. It's allowing yourself to relinquish your own plans and desires, and trusting that God's way is better than anything you could have imagined on your own. This doesn't mean you don't take action or make decisions. It means you do so with the understanding that God's wisdom far exceeds your own. When you align your actions with His will, you open yourself up to a flow of blessings that you couldn't have achieved through your own striving. Think for a moment, chosen one, about a time when you tried to control a situation or force an outcome. Perhaps it was a relationship, a career decision, or a personal dream you were chasing. You may have pushed yourself to make things happen only to find that the outcome wasn't what you expected. Sometimes it's not until we surrender control that we see the bigger picture. When we let go, God begins to move in ways that are beyond our comprehension. Trusting God's process also means trusting the timing of your breakthroughs. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind when you see others reaching their goals, accomplishing their dreams, and succeeding in ways you desire. But remember, chosen one, that God has a unique plan for your life. His plan is tailored specifically for you, and it will unfold at the perfect time. What's meant for you will never be delayed. Trust that your time will come, and in the meantime, focus on the preparation and growth that is happening in your heart. Divine timing is not about being passive. It's about being active in faith. It's about doing the work that God has set before you, but with the understanding that the results are in His hands. When you trust God's process, you stop looking for shortcuts or rushing to the finish line. Instead, you embrace each moment, that each season of your life, knowing that every step is leading you toward a greater purpose. In times of doubt, it is important to remember that God sees the bigger picture. While you can only see one step ahead, He sees the entire journey. He knows what is coming next, and He is guiding you with love and care. Even in the times when it feels like nothing is happening, God is at work. Trust that He is aligning things behind the scenes, preparing you for the next season of your life. Sometimes the waiting is part of the process. It's during the waiting that God strengthens your character, deepens your faith, and teaches you the lessons that will equip you for what's to come. Trust that the waiting is not in vain. Every season serves a purpose, and every delay is preparing you for the greater blessing that awaits you. You may also be wondering, chosen one, how you can keep your faith strong during times of uncertainty. The key is to stay grounded in God's promises. When you feel unsure, remind yourself of the truths that are found in His Word. He has promised that He will never leave you nor forsake you, that He has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Hold on to these promises and let them anchor your soul during the times when it feels like everything is in flux. Remember that trust is built over time. It's developed through experience and through surrender. The more you trust God's process, the more you will see His hand at work in your life. As you look back, you will see how every moment, every struggle, and every challenge was a part of the divine plan that He had for you all along. Trusting God's process means understanding that it is a journey, not a destination. It's a daily commitment to surrender your will to Him and to trust that He is leading you exactly where you need to be. Every step, every moment of waiting, every challenge, and every success is part of the grand tapestry of your life. When you trust in God's process, you find peace in knowing that His timing is always perfect and His plan is always for your good. So, chosen one, as you move forward on this journey, I encourage you to trust God's process fully. Let go of your need to control. Release the pressure to rush or to make things happen on your own. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, aligning everything perfectly for you. Know that His plan for your life is unfolding in the right time, and as you walk in alignment with His will, you will experience peace, joy, and fulfillment like never before. Chosen one, the unfolding of your life's purpose is not just about waiting patiently. It's also about recognizing that every interruption, every twist, every unforeseen detour is not a mistake, but a divine redirection. When things don't go according to your plan, when a door closes or a path changes, it can be easy to become frustrated or discouraged. But what if I told you that God's redirections are not obstacles, but opportunities? Each moment where you feel something is being taken away, God may actually be preparing you for something greater, something better suited for your ultimate purpose. You may have had plans, you may have had dreams of how things would go. Maybe you envisioned your career unfolding in one way, or you thought relationships would develop according to your timing. But what happens when things don't go as expected? It's easy to feel like you've lost your way or that something has gone wrong. But chosen one, in God's plan, there are no mistakes. Every shift, every change in direction is part of the divine blueprint that is leading you closer to your destiny. Take a moment and think about the story of Joseph. His life was full of what appeared to be devastating redirections. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and wrongfully imprisoned. To any observer, it may have seemed like Joseph was falling further and further away from his dreams. But in reality, God was using every redirection to position Joseph exactly where he needed to be. Each setback was part of a larger plan, and in the end, Joseph's position in Egypt allowed him to save his family and countless others from famine. In your own life, chosen one, you might not be able to see the bigger picture right now. The detours may feel painful, the delays might seem frustrating, and the closed doors may feel discouraging. But I want you to hear this clearly: every redirection is part of God's perfect plan for you. He is not only allowing you to walk through challenges, but He is also positioning you for a breakthrough that will be far greater than what you could have ever imagined. The key to embracing redirection is to stop seeing it as a failure and start seeing it as God's way of guiding you towards something more aligned with your true purpose. When a door closes, another one opens, and often the one that opens is more in line with God's will for your life. This doesn't mean that everything is easy. It doesn't mean that the path is always smooth. But it does mean that God is always in control, working everything out for your good. The challenge then is to trust God's redirection. When things don't go according to plan, it can be tempting to try to force them to work the way you imagine. But in those moments, I invite you to pause and ask yourself, God, what are you teaching me through this? What are you preparing me for? It may not be immediately obvious, but if you trust that every redirection has a purpose, you will begin to see how God is using even the unexpected to align you with His perfect plan. You may be wondering, chosen one, how you can cultivate this trust during times of redirection. The answer lies in surrender. Just as you learn to surrender control in moments of waiting, you must also surrender when things take unexpected turns. Let go of your own expectations and embrace the journey that God is unfolding for you. Even when the road ahead seems uncertain, trust that it is leading you exactly where you need to go. One of the most important aspects of divine redirection is the reminder that God's ways are higher than our ways. We cannot always see the bigger picture from where we stand, but God sees it all. He knows the perfect timing, the perfect circumstances, and the perfect path that will lead you to your ultimate destination. When you allow yourself to trust in His plan, you open yourself up to a future that is even more incredible than what you could have imagined. Consider, chosen one, the times in your life when things didn't go as planned but led to something greater. Perhaps there was a relationship that ended, a job that didn't work out, or a dream that didn't come true. At the time, it may have felt like a loss, but looking back, you can now see how that redirection was part of a much larger plan. It led you to something better, something more aligned with your true purpose. Now, I ask you to reflect on your current circumstances. Are there areas in your life where things feel off track? Are you facing a challenge or a redirection that you didn't see coming? Instead of fighting against it, try to lean into it. Ask God to show you the purpose behind this redirection. Trust that even in moments of uncertainty, God is positioning you for something more. Your redirection is not a setback, it is a divine setup for something greater. In these moments of redirection, I encourage you to stay focused on God's promises. He has a good plan for you, and He will never lead you astray. Even when you can't see the way forward, trust that He is at work. Trust that every change, every detour, and every closed door is leading you closer to your purpose. Remember, chosen one, divine redirection is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of God's faithfulness. He is guiding you, positioning you, and preparing you for what's to come. Embrace each redirection as part of the divine process that is unfolding for your good. And trust that when you look back, you will see that every shift in your path was part of a greater plan, leading you exactly where you were meant to be. Chosen one, as you continue on this sacred journey, you may begin to notice a shift within yourself, an inner strength, a resilience, a peace that wasn't there before. This is the strength of surrender. It is the strength that doesn't come from controlling the situation, but from trusting the process. This strength is built not through striving, but through yielding to God's perfect plan. It is a strength that doesn't come from the world's standards of power and control, but from a deep and abiding trust in God's timing, His wisdom, and His love for you. The world around you may tell you that strength is about independence, about standing firm and fighting against the odds. But divine strength, chosen one, is different. It is the strength that comes from leaning into God's will, from surrendering your own desires and aligning your heart with His. It is not the strength of self-reliance, but of God-reliance. And as you continue to surrender, you will find that this strength is unlike anything the world can offer. Think for a moment about the quiet power of nature. A tree doesn't fight to grow, it surrenders to the process, allowing the seasons to unfold as they will. And yet, despite the harsh winds, the cold winters, and the scorching summers, the tree stands tall and strong. It doesn't force itself to grow, it simply trusts the process. It's rooted in the soil and in its surrender to the natural flow of life. It finds the strength to grow, to thrive, and to reach its fullest potential. This is what you are called, the chosen one, to surrender to the divine flow of God's plan, to trust in His timing, and to find your strength in His presence. When you surrender, you stop fighting against the currents of life and instead allow yourself to be carried by the divine river of God's will. You trust that He is guiding you step by step to where you need to go, and in that trust you find strength beyond measure. This strength is not a passive one. It is not about waiting idly for things to happen, but about actively surrendering your will to God. It is about making decisions from a place of deep trust, knowing that He is guiding you even when the way seems unclear. The strength of surrender means giving up your own timeline, your own agenda, and trusting that God's plan is always better. It means letting go of the need to control and stepping into the freedom that comes with knowing that you are held in the hands of the Creator. As you embrace this strength of surrender, you may find that the things you once struggled with begin to lose their power over you. The fear, the worry, the anxiety that once held you back begin to fade as you step into the peace that comes from trusting in God's perfect plan. You no longer feel the need to fight against the flow of life. Instead, you allow yourself to be carried by God's love and guidance, trusting that each step is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. The strength of surrender is also a strength of resilience. When you stop fighting against the circumstances in your life, when you surrender to God's will, you are able to bounce back from setbacks with grace and peace. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You simply need to trust that God is with you through every challenge, every detour, and every moment of waiting. His presence is your source of strength, and in that presence you will find the resilience to overcome anything that comes your way. When life doesn't go as planned, it's easy to become discouraged. The world may tell you that setbacks are failures, that interruptions are signs that something is wrong. But the strength of surrender tells you that even in the delays, God is at work. Every moment is part of the divine process. Every step, even the ones that feel uncertain, are part of the journey that is leading you to your true purpose. You may wonder, chosen one, how to cultivate this strength of surrender. The key is in learning to let go, to trust, and to release your own need for control. Surrender is not about passivity. It's about active trust in God's sovereignty. It's about choosing day by day to let go of your agenda and embrace God's. It's about waking up every morning and saying, God, I trust you with today. I trust you with my plans, my dreams, and my desires. Lead me according to your will and help me surrender to your perfect timing. As you make this choice, you will begin to see the fruit of surrender in your life. The peace, the strength, and the resilience that you seek will begin to flow naturally. You will find that instead of fighting against the current of life, you are carried effortlessly by God's love and grace. You will find yourself able to face challenges with calmness, clarity, and confidence, knowing that you are not walking this journey alone. In times of uncertainty, Remember, chosen one, that the strength of surrender is always available to you. It is the strength that comes from trusting God with everything, the big decisions and the small moments. It is the strength that comes from knowing that no matter what happens, God's plan for your life is always good. He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. And in His perfect timing, everything will fall into place. So step into this strength, chosen one. Surrender your will to God and trust that He is guiding you every step of the way. With each moment of surrender, you will find more peace, more strength, and more clarity. And as you walk in alignment with His perfect timing, you will experience the fullness of His divine plan for your life. Chosen one, now that you have embraced the strength of surrender, the time has come to explore the remarkable transformation that occurs when you fully align with God's divine timing. The process of divine alignment is not a one-time event. It's a daily choice to trust, to surrender, and to walk in God's rhythm. And as you make that choice, you begin to notice a profound shift in your life. The way you move through the world changes. Your actions, your thoughts, and your heart are increasingly attuned to the pace of heaven. This is the beauty of divine alignment. It transforms your entire being, bringing peace, purpose, and clarity. When you align with God's timing, you begin to live in harmony with His will. You no longer feel the pressure to rush through life chasing after goals and achievements. Instead, you find that everything begins to fall into place with ease. Opportunities open up at the perfect time. Relationships deepen, and the desires of your heart are fulfilled in ways that you couldn't have planned. You realize that when you align with God's timing, things don't just happen, they happen in a way that is perfect for you. One of the most powerful aspects of divine alignment is that it frees you from the burden of control. For so long, you may have felt the need to make things happen on your own, to force outcomes, to rush through life stages. But now, as you walk in alignment with God's timing, you are learning to trust the process. You are no longer striving to achieve something that is outside of God's will for your life. Instead, you are allowing His plan to unfold naturally, trusting that each step is leading you closer to your true purpose. As you align with God's timing, chosen one, you will begin to notice that you are more at peace. The anxiety that once accompanied waiting or uncertainty begins to fade. You no longer feel the need to constantly check the clock or measure your progress against the world's standards. You trust that in God's timing, everything will come to pass. You are no longer driven by impatience, fear, or worry. Instead, you are driven by faith and trust, knowing that God is working all things together for your good. This divine alignment also brings clarity. When you are in sync with God's timing, you are able to see things more clearly. The distractions and noise that once clouded your vision begin to fade, and you can see the path ahead with greater clarity. You begin to understand that each decision, each step, and each moment is leading you toward your purpose. You are no longer wandering aimlessly through life. You are walking with intention, guided by God's wisdom and love. But alignment isn't just about peace and clarity. It's also about purpose. When you align with God's timing, you begin to understand the purpose behind every season of your life. You see how every challenge, every victory, and every moment of waiting is part of a larger plan, God's plan. And as you embrace this purpose, you begin to move through life with a sense of direction and fulfillment that can only come from being aligned with the divine. It's important to remember, chosen one, that divine alignment doesn't mean a life free from struggle or hardship. It means that even in the midst of challenges, you will experience peace. Even when the road is difficult, you will know that God is guiding you. Even in moments of uncertainty, you will trust that everything is happening for a reason, that every detour, every delay, and every difficulty is part of God's perfect plan for your life. Divine alignment doesn't remove the challenges. It gives you the strength and clarity to navigate them with grace and confidence. In moments of uncertainty, when you don't know what the next step will be, trust in God's timing. He is never early, never late. He is always right on time. And as you align yourself with his pace, you will find that he provides everything you need exactly when you need it. You will no longer have to force things to happen or worry about missing out on opportunities. You will trust that in God's perfect timing, the doors that need to open will open, and the paths that need to be walked will unfold before you. As you walk in alignment with God's timing, chosen one, you will also find that you are living with greater intention. Your actions will no longer be driven by the need to achieve or to prove yourself. Instead, they will be driven by the desire to follow God's will, to live in accordance with his plan, and to walk in the purpose he has set before you. You will begin to realize that the things that matter most in life are not the accomplishments or the recognition, but the peace and fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with God's timing. This alignment also brings a sense of gratitude. As you look at your life, you will begin to see how everything has unfolded perfectly, even the struggles, the challenges, and the setbacks. Each moment, each experience has brought you closer to the person you are today. And as you move forward in divine alignment, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey, for the lessons learned, and for the peace that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Chosen one, as you continue to align with God's timing, trust that everything in your life is unfolding for a greater purpose. Trust that every step you take is leading you closer to your divine calling. And know that as you walk in alignment with his will, you are not only living a life of peace, clarity, and purpose, you are living a life that is a testament to God's faithfulness and love. Chosen one, as we reach the final section of this journey, I invite you to pause and reflect. Everything you've experienced so far, the waiting, the surrender, the trust in God's timing has been leading you to this moment. You have embraced divine alignment, trusted in the redirections, and walked in the strength of surrender. And now it is time for you to affirm your divine purpose with full confidence and clarity. You are exactly where you need to be. Your life is unfolding according to a divine plan, and you are walking in alignment with God's timing for your life. The process of divine alignment is not a destination. It is a continuous journey, a daily choice to trust, to surrender, and to walk in God's will. As you move forward, chosen one, know that the purpose you are seeking is not somewhere out in the future. It is right here, right now. Every moment of your life, every breath, every step is part of the fulfillment of your divine purpose. And as you continue to walk this path, you will begin to see the deeper meaning in everything that happens, even in the struggles and challenges. I want you to hear this, chosen one. You are not just waiting for your purpose to unfold. You are living it right now. Every decision you make, every action you take is part of the divine plan that God has set before you. Your life has meaning. Your purpose is real. You are walking in alignment with heaven's timing, and as you continue to trust in God's process, you will see how every step has been leading you toward your true calling. As you step into this affirmation of purpose, chosen one, I encourage you to acknowledge the ways that God has been working in your life. Look back at the moments where you were unsure, where you questioned his timing or his plan. Now see how everything has come together, how every experience, every struggle, every moment of waiting has shaped you into the person you are today. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's will than ever before. And this is just the beginning. The affirmation of your purpose is not something you need to seek outside of yourself. It is something that is already within you, chosen one. Your purpose is written in your heart, and it is aligned with the will of God. It is not something you need to chase after. It is something you need to live into. Each day, as you continue to walk in divine alignment, you will experience a greater sense of fulfillment and peace, knowing that you are living according to the unique calling that God has placed on your life. You may not always understand the full picture. You may not always see the next step clearly. But remember, chosen one, that God's timing is perfect. Trust that as you continue to walk this path, everything will fall into place at the right time. The answers will come. The doors will open. The opportunities will present themselves, but they will all come in God's perfect timing, not yours. As you affirm your divine purpose, you are also affirming the trust you have in God's plan. You are saying, "Yes, God, I trust that you are leading me. I trust that you are guiding me. I trust that your timing is perfect, and I am ready to walk in the fullness of my calling." With this affirmation, you are releasing any doubts, any fears, and any uncertainties. You are stepping forward with confidence, knowing that you are aligned with God's will and purpose for your life. The beauty of divine alignment is that it brings you into harmony with the greater flow of life. When you align with God's timing, you are no longer fighting against the current. You are flowing with it. You are moving in the direction that God has set for you, and as you do, you begin to experience the peace, joy, and fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And even in the moments when life feels uncertain or challenging, you can rest in the assurance that you are walking in the right direction. God's plan is unfolding in ways that you may not yet fully understand, but it is unfolding with precision, purpose, and love. Every step you take, every choice you make is part of His perfect plan for you. Trust that He is guiding you even when the way seems unclear. Your purpose is unfolding right before your eyes. In this affirmation of purpose, chosen one, I also want to remind you of something crucial. You are not alone. You are part of a much greater story. God is working in and through you, and He is using your life to impact the world in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine. The purpose you carry is not just for you, it is for others as well. Your life is a reflection of God's love, grace, and wisdom. And as you continue to walk in alignment with His will, you will begin to see how your purpose touches the lives of others, bringing peace, hope, and light to a world that desperately needs it. Take a moment, chosen one, to acknowledge the divine calling on your life. You are here for a reason. Your life matters. Your purpose is real. And as you continue to walk in alignment with God's perfect timing, you will see that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. As we come to the end of this journey, chosen one, I encourage you to continue walking in alignment with God's timing. Trust in His process. Surrender your will to His and allow His peace to guide you through each moment. You are not just waiting for your purpose to unfold, you are living it right now in this very moment. And as you continue to affirm your divine purpose, you will find that your life becomes a testament to the goodness, the faithfulness, and the love of God.